What's up, y'all? And welcome back to Dad Needs to Talk. I'm your host, Robert, and today I just want to show some love to Gundam Witch from Mercury. Now, we had a few months break, but the series is back with, I think they're calling it season 2, but it feels like a core 2, like a continuation, but regardless, it's back. And this was what, episode 13, Invoice from the Earth. Now, up top, number one thing I wanted, the number one reason why I wanted to do this was to give some love to the producers and whoever is running the show for moving forward. No recapping, all that stuff, because we all know how many times have we been excited for a show to come back and that first episode is just a full-on recap of like previously on whatever show, like My Hero Academia, number one suspect of doing that. But when this show started back up and there was some dueling, at first I was like, oh man, all right, we're supposed to get a recap or something or whatever. But then I kept watching. I'm like, wait, no, this is all new stuff, and that was very exciting because, like I said, like we don't get that often because it's. I understand, like back in the day, back in my day, in my youth, growing up, when we didn't have all this internet stuff, to where of course, hey, the show's been off air for months. You gotta, get the people back refamiliarized with what happened. But nowadays, with technology and there's so many channels and YouTube channels and all this stuff, whatever, there's plenty of ways to get a recap on the story. Heck, just go watch the last episode or something. But anywho, point is, I'm very glad that this show is back. And we immediately just dive right back into the thick of things, which is what I loved. And honestly, the way this episode progressed the story kind of went along with Soletta's motto about like, I can't remember 100%, but basically like if you go back, you gain one, but if you go forward, you gain two. And we move forward because, like I said, like they wasted no time. Apparently, it's been maybe a few weeks or something since the events that happened in the last episode, and yeah, things are progressing at a pace that I am here for because we have, and of course, this is going to be some spoilers for episode 13. But I'll just say this up front. If this show piques your interest, but you are scared off because you see mechs, you see Gundams or whatever, you're like, I'm not into mechs and all this stuff, whatever, give this show a shot. Because a lot of these shows, even though, like, yes, there are mechs and stuff, it is not the full show. The appeal of these type of shows, like the Gundam series, and specifically because I've only watched a couple of them, which is Witch from Mercury, Iron Blooded Orphans a while back. Another recent favorite show that I guess is in the mech genre is 8686. But these shows are so much more than just giant robots fighting each other and shooting lasers. It is like, no, there is so much drama, political intrigue. The characters are a lot of times what makes the show so great, and Witch from Mercury is no different in that aspect. Just because you have this main character in Suletta who, in one way she is kind of a nervous, anxiety-filled klutz who is super awesome in her Gundam, but you also have just like this whole cast of characters from people who are royal and political figures to people who are from quote unquote lower class and everybody in between. And the characters and everything is what really drives this series forward. So now continuing with that with some specifics from this episode. Like when they mentioned that they're gonna have this kind of like an open house event at the school where they're gonna have like some Earth students and stuff like that come up and tour the school, test out some classes and different things like that, and to possibly enroll in the school or whatever, I was like, things is gonna get real messy really quickly. And as soon as I said that, we had freaking Sophie and Nerea, the two Earth witches, as they called them at the end of the previous episode or whatever, show up, and they're enrolling in school. And Sophie, she just like, oh my god, big sis Suletta, and Suletta's like, yo, who are you? But you're a fan of me, all right. But sorry, it was just so good, just because it's always just interesting when us as viewers have knowledge that a lot of the characters of the show do not have. And so that just makes things that much more intense for us as viewers, because it's like, man, okay, we know the mess that Sophie and Nerea was doing in the last couple of episodes, and now they have kind of infiltrated, and then they are also there with what's her name? Is it Nika? I believe it's her name. Yeah, Nika, the best kind of like spy chick, who when she sees them, she's like, yo, what are y'all doing here? And hey, Nerea pulled that blade out and I was like, yo, keep your mouth shut or I'm gonna blow all of our cover and stuff. And so yeah, these girls are not here to play. We got it was just so many moving pieces. I'm not even going to attempt to try to recall all of them, but just kind of sticking with those two characters specifically. I guess those three with Nika as well. I like how they kind of like, I guess he's kind of like the class president or whatever dude that was looking at her. Sorry, my son Vash just busted in, but it's like seeing all these characters and the class president dude I was talking about. I loved how the whole episode he kept on side-eyeing Nika because she kept on spacing out all episode. Like somebody was like, hey, Nika, and she just be kind of lost in thought. And the whole time he's up here like, you okay? You got something you want to share with us? And even later in the episode when he kind of confronted her, is like, hey, I'm here looking out for the well-being of the group, so you got some secrets. What's going on? She's like, nah, it's fine. But yeah, I am eager to continue this show. I am so happy it's back. Sophie and Nerea don't give a damn. They are up here. Even at the end of the episode, they just like, hey, Nika, you want to keep poking your nose in our business? Why don't I just go ahead and just squash you right now? And even Nerea, when Suletta showed up, she was like, hey, it'll be in our best interest if we just go ahead and just get rid of both of y'all right now. Save us a lot of headaches and stuff. So, but anyway, like I said, I just wanted just to give this show a little bit of love, shower some flowers to it. But I love all the moving pieces and everything. And I'm just very curious to see like where a lot of these characters are gonna go. Especially like I said, with the Earth students kind of integrating into the class and stuff, and Suletta is being bombarded with freaking gauntlets and Royal Rumbles of challenge requests and stuff, and yeah, it's just a lot of stuff going on. And last thing I kind of want to give a shout out to is in the outro, the ending song. I loved all the different visual imagery that they were showing with all the different characters and stuff. It was just like so beautiful, so striking. Like this one in particular, it just like, this could be like my freaking profile picture or background something. But yeah, all in all, Gundam Witch from Mercury, I am so happy it is back, and I look forward to the onslaught of pain that I know is coming. Just because, like I said, it's so many characters that are distraught and hurt from the attack that happened in the last episode, the last couple episodes and stuff. But yeah, all in all, Gundam Witch from Mercury, highly recommended. Don't let the fact that it has mechs and Gundams and stuff scare you off from a fantastic show. And with that being said, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank y'all so much for watching and or listening. As always, you can find me everywhere at Danny's to Talk. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.